Hey, good evening, everybody. How you doing? Manny Vitelli, host of My Fighter War and Manny Vitelli's Wolfpack, and hope you guys are having a very nice Wednesday evening. And just wanted to jump on here for a little bit and just kind of chit chat on some things that are happening. Um, I hope you guys got a chance to uh, see see the recording that myself and uh, Sean Hunt, the mother of Jason Hunt, did earlier today. Sean Hunt is the mother of Jason, who is the young man who was killed back on January 14th in Pontiac, and just senseless act of violence cost somebody their life. Mother lost her child over something that he had no part of, and I just met John. Literally have known her probably today was the first time we actually met in person. We've talked for the last 2 days, and getting to know her and just hearing her story, the series of events leading up to that terrible day. Was just, well, you guys saw it. Hopefully you saw it. If not, please check it out. Again, that was Sean Hunt, Jason's mom. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a little series. It's not going to be the normal, like with some of the shows, whether it's My Fighter War or the Wolfpack. A lot of times we'll do. Sometimes it's a one and done. This is not. This is not what's going to happen. First of all, uh, this is a first for me, man. Uh, Taking on something like this, and it's a very intense situation, and something that I do not take lightly at all. And I, Sean, to entrust me to take her on this journey and to get her story out, her story told. So Jason's life, his story, his legacy will live on. And just today, getting to know her more and getting to hear the actual backstory to what happened. It's heartbreaking. I mean, those of you who did see the recording that we did earlier, nothing else has to be said. You saw it. If you did see it, you saw. You could. The pain that she is dealing with every day is terrible. So I really hope that by doing what we're doing, I'm going to give it my all to everything that I can, all the resources that she needs to help her in any way. And it's going to be tough. She reliving this story is just, like I said, it's heartbreaking. And she is a very, very strong, determined woman to do this. She has reached out to numerous people. I saw her. She's got a folder, and just so you know as well, the shooter in this case, the individual who did do this, who took her son's life, is in jail, and thankfully, but he should never have been out. This person had quite the rap sheet. He was a convicted felon in possession of a gun. So, needless to say, Sean's feelings about you know uh, gun management and all that is a very, very sore subject, and we will be discussing that in length as well. So, I will definitely keep you informed as far as when we're going to be doing this. It's going to be it's we are going to do this very slowly. We're going to sit there and dissect piece by piece. This isn't going to be just something that's thrown together just to get it out there. Um, that's definitely not going to happen. It's going to be done at Sean's pace to make sure everything is done respectfully. So, but I want to thank you guys so much for your comments to Sean and to her family. Um, as I mean, as you saw in that video, man, there are no words to console a mother who's lost their child. And she shared a story with me about writing letters, and we've heard that before about sometimes family members, parents will write letters to their children, and the event that something happens, they will have this memory. Well, Sean told me that she wrote two letters for Jason and her other son, and those were to be read at the passing of Sean. Well, not only did that not happen, but today during conversation, she informed me about um, she read her letter to her son at the funeral that she actually wrote for them for Deshaun. So, like I said, it was a very very tough day to say the least. But yeah, it's I'm the strength that she has is contagious. I mean, it really is. So we are going to do this justice. She is going to get the story out there. What she also wants to do is to push forward for to try to prevent stuff like this. She doesn't want um, other mothers to deal with this grief, and it just shows the type of person that Sean is. Um, she is grieving. She is in pain. She is hurting. Um, and with all that said, top of all that, she is still wanting to move forward to do whatever she can to help others so they don't feel the pain that she's feeling. So, um, the respect and admiration that I have for you, Sean, is just incredible. So, other than that, we are pretty much just moving along with everything else as usual with My Fighter War and with the Manny Vitalized Wolfpack page. I did throw those samples out there for the logo, and it was pretty overwhelming between the two. And I always appreciate your input. Um, so from day one, man, we're in this together, and I want all of your input on different things. So uh, as soon as I saw, excuse me, as soon as I saw both logos, I immediately knew which one I wanted. But I still wanted you guys to to chime in, and we pretty much all had the same idea. So thank you very much for that. And the next step is going to be taking that to some different graphics and apparel, and we want to get some stuff out there. We'll let you know when that happens. Hopefully, will be within the next week or two. Other than that, as I said, this Friday, I am so looking forward to, no, not my surgery. Uh, actually, I should say that. For those of you who didn't hear the last couple shows and videos I did, yes, this Friday, I'm having yet another surgery. This time on my left hand. I've had issues over the years because of some wear and tear on the hands and developed carpal tunnel and trigger finger in both hands. And I already had my left hand done once. And this Friday, they're going in and doing a nerve release on it, carpal tunnel procedure. And I mean, it's quick. He's like, it takes 10 minutes in and out. So, because right now the symptoms are just, before it was just a little bit of numbness and tingling and then progressed over a period of time. And I tell you what, man, I was getting them shot up, and just like anytime you do something like that, you're taking care of the symptom and not the problem. So time to take care of that freaking problem. So I'm looking forward to that. But as we all know, Friday is also the starting of the Summer Olympics, and I tell you, I that's a biggie for me. I haven't heard anything at all from anybody, so I guess I'm the only one who watches the Olympics. But I was really hoping to hear from some people about their special or their favorite events, their sports, what you like, what you don't like, some of the up, as far as with the different events that are going on. Um, but so that's going to be a lot of fun, and it actually I didn't realize they started today, even though opening ceremonies are Friday. From what I heard, soccer and rugby, I believe, started today. So it was weird kind of seeing some scores pop up. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, Other than that, let's see. Here I'm sorry, I've got the I know we just had trying to read what that says. I have the monitor moved, so I'm gonna have to. Some of the comments are coming in. It's really hard to read it, so I'm gonna have to answer that um, when we're done with the show here. Okay, well, like I said, we're gonna be discussing this stuff with Sean, and we'll be going there. Anything regarding Marley, that will be discussed, like I said, with myself and Sean. So we're gonna leave that at that rate for now. We did have a real nice conversation today, and we covered a bunch of things that how she wants to handle this, the do's and don'ts and all that. So there's absolutely going to be nothing done on my side unless everything is cleared by her and actually being here with me or being doing remotes. So so thank you guys for anything input as far as Marley goes. It was Deshaun is what that's what he went by, Marley, and but yeah, we will definitely address anything and everything through Sean. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, and anything and everything will help her and the family. At this point, right now, it would be our thoughts and prayers. So definitely looking forward to sending that as much and as often as you can because um, it's needed. And but you know what, we that's what we do here. That's why things happen. And with when I talked to Sean today, she is a very strong and faith-filled woman. And like I said, I'm just literally getting to know her, but you get a sense about people. And when she kept talking about how she felt that her voice was being ignored, that just did not sit well with me. And but I told her about this page. I told her about my she knows about My Fight Our War. She knows about what we do as well there. But I explained how I wanted to reach out even further for those who had other issues that weren't related towards addiction and recovery, but still wanted their voices heard. That was the major thing of starting this. Mine was to give voice to those who felt that their voice that they were being stifled, that they were voiceless. And that was from day one. I kept pushing that, and all of a sudden, I meet Sean, and the first thing she says is her voice wasn't being heard. No one was listening to my voice. No, I mean, I was just like, "What? Are you serious?" And I said, "Well, Sean, that's not going to be the case anymore because that's why I started this, to give you the platform, to give all those who are in need. So for all the Seans out there, um, that are dealing with a situation, you are not alone. Please know that when there's times when tragedy hits, um, you are so blindsided by something like this that you just don't know which way's up. and sometimes you just feel completely shut off, um, cut off from the world, family, friends, everything. You just feel lost and empty, and that's not the case. Then again, we don't know other people's situation. Some people, unfortunately, when it comes to family, depending on how the size of a family, some people don't have anybody. And then again, just because you have a large family, that doesn't mean anything either. Because as we all know, you could literally be surrounded, physically be surrounded by family and friends, and still feel completely alone because of situations. I mean, just because you're family doesn't mean that everything's sunshine and roses. Um, but Sean and Sean are not going to be swept aside. We will do anything and everything we can at her pace to make this right. Okay, as far as my fight or war goes, I do again want to thank my brother Ian, and man, I don't know if you guys saw Ian Bick is just got things going on. It's with his show and the sponsorship and all that is just doing incredible out there in Connecticut. And so hats off to you, Ian. Doing great, just an amazing job. And to everyone else out there, my other brother, Jeremy Blaine over at Blacklist Podcast, he is just doing kick ass things with his music. Um, those of you know I'm sorry, Jared and Brianna, the hosts of Blacklist Podcast. Jared is one hell of a singer, and he's pushing some music out, and his songs are just that you need to be heard. Go to iTunes, and I think he's at Spotify now as well. Jared Blaine, check him out. And he's got, I don't have his information in front of me right now, but he's got a new song that's dropping as well. So check out Jared. And I know that him and another brother from another mother, Chad Madsen, those two, along with some other individuals, are in the process of making some amazing things happen that they are in that are in the works. So I know that they've got things happening, and once they um, progress and they share some information with me, I will definitely be pushing that as well for them and everyone else out there. Who else we got? We got old Riggins over there, David, who's doing his thing with Heal. So show some love there. All the rest, Pam over at Sassy Sober, Josh at Scar Nation, um, Dan and Donna at Hard Knocks, Brad at Sober's Cool, Kat at Sober Patrol, Boss at 2%, Nicole, Shantanea, who I mean, High Sobriety. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And I'm sorry if I didn't mention your name, but that wasn't too bad, huh? For just the top of my head. That is one thing too. As far as I go, people sometimes were giving me shit and making fun of me about, you know, uh, they're like, taking time to just shoot out some love for these people, those organizations, and who are doing those things that I just mentioned. And I was like, well, that's what I do. These people have done stuff for me to help me out, and I return the love. You know, that's just me, and I expect nothing in return. I don't do things asking, just to well, I did this for you. No, that's not why I do it. I do it because I appreciate people's help and their input. And I have been very blessed to have a lot of incredible people help me out on this journey. So that's what I do. And the thing is, for people saying, oh, yeah, well, you're just doing this now. And you know what? Check yourself, because I have been doing that since day one for almost 2 years now. January 9th will be 2 years for my fighter of war. And at most of the ends of shows and live shows and recordings that I do, I always give shout outs to friends, to other organizations. to help support them and help promote them along the way as well. I've done that since day one, and I will continue to do that. So it'll just, you know, that's what it's all about. That's what, social media is a awesome tool and a freaking nightmare, both wrapped, all rolled up into one. It could be used in such a positive way, and unfortunately, it could be used to just be a manipulative piece of what. But I choose to throw it in a positive direction. And like I said, for all of those who have helped me, I'm going to show you the love back. And if we all did that instead of throwing jabs at each other and talking behind each other's backs, this world would be a much better place. And so, a big thank you to all of you guys. And for those that I did not mention, it's I used to crack up too, man, because before I started doing this, I was watching NASCAR, and at the end of the race, of course, they'd have the winner's circle, and they'd have these racers, and they're like, "Congratulations on the win! How you doing? How you feel? What was going on? What was going through your mind?" And the racer would be holding their Pepsi or Mountain Dew, make sure the label's forward. And then they would say, "Well, before that, I just want to thank my sponsors." And they would rip off 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 sponsors. Boom, 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 boom. And I remember back then watching this and going, how do they remember that shit? And just kind of laughing about it. Little did I know. Fast forward a few years, and I'd be sitting here and thanking people who have assisted me and helped me along the way. And I've had people ask me, how do you remember that? And it's pretty easy to remember people who have gone out of their way to help you. And so that's how I remember, and that's why I do it. So share the love, folks. Share the freaking love. Trying to think what we got coming up next. No, that I'm missing out on a few things, but that's okay, because you know why? I'll just pop on here and do another live. That freaking simple. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night and get ready to, I got old Wonder Dog here giving me the eye. Those of you who don't know, Wonder Dog Susie. So, yep. She's just like, all right, get off the mic. It's time to cuddle. But you guys have a great night. And again, if you could please shoot out some positive thoughts and prayers to Sean Hunt and her family regarding the terrible loss of her son, it would definitely be appreciated. And I will keep you updated as we go along. Live streams, there's going to be a little bit of everything in between as we push forward, and we'll go from there. So until then, you guys have a incredible night, and we will be talking soon. So until then, man, I love you guys, and keep fighting the good fight.